Hello friends, I am Dr. Aniket Anil Paunoji and you are watching Basic Chemistry. In this video, we will start with the lecture 1 for Chemistry of Transition Elements. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it first as the subscription is totally free. Also press the bell icon to get the notification about my new videos. In the periodic table of elements, the transition elements or D block elements are placed at the middle of the periodic table. They are placed between S block elements and P block elements. As we know that the S block elements are metals on the left hand side of the periodic table and P block elements are metalloids or non-metals on the right hand side of the periodic table. So between S and P, between metals and non-metals, the D block elements are placed. So they show the change from the metals to non-metals. They show the transition from metals to non-metals. Therefore, they are also called as transition elements. Why they are called as D block elements? This is because the characteristic electron enters into the d orbital. Their general electronic configuration is n-1 d1 to 10 ns0 1 or 2. That means there are total 5 d orbitals and one orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. That is how there are total 10 electrons which can be accommodated in d orbitals, and there can be 0, 1 or 2 electrons in the s orbital. In an atom, in case of S and P block elements, the electrons are added into the outer shell, or it is also called as ultimate shell. It is denoted as N. In case of D block elements, the electrons are added into the inner shell, that is in n-1 shell. That is how they have electronic configuration starting from n-1 d1 to 10. Thus we can understand when we go to heavier elements, the s orbitals are in the outer shells, whereas d orbitals are in the n-1 shell. Let's move to the electronic configuration of transition elements. Before we understand electronic configuration of transition elements, we should know there are some stable electronic configurations. These includes empty, half-filled and full-filled electronic configuration. For example, there are 5 d orbitals. If all these orbitals are empty, then it is stable electronic configuration. If all these 5 d orbitals are half-filled, that means all the d orbitals contains one unpaired electron. It is called as half-filled and it is also a stable electronic configuration. If all these d orbitals are filled with the pair of electrons, it is called as full-filled electronic configuration and it is also stable. So these empty, half-filled and full-filled electronic configurations are called as stable electronic configurations. This is because all of these are symmetrical electronic configurations and they have higher number of exchange pair of electrons. So from the electronic configurations we can easily understand that full-filled electronic configuration is highest stable as it contains highest number of exchange electron pairs. To understand electronic configuration in detail, click on the above link and watch one of my earlier video on electronic configuration. Let's move to the electronic configuration of first transition series, that is 3D transition series. It includes elements from scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. It includes atomic number 21 for scandium and then up to last element zinc, that is having atomic number 30. There are two types of electronic configurations. In case of ideal electronic configuration, it starts from argon, which completes 18 electrons as it is the nearest noble gas element. Then the 2 electrons enters into the 4s orbital. So this argon and 4s2 is kept constant and the next electron enters into the 3d orbital starting from 3d1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 for the zinc. This is called as ideal electronic configuration. But as we have learned the stable electronic configuration, so in order to achieve higher stability, the elements which are near to the stable electronic configuration, there is some transfer of electron takes place from 4s orbital to 3d orbital. For example, In case of observed electronic configuration, scandium, titanium and vanadium, they have the same electronic configuration as that of ideal electronic configuration. But in case of chromium, the ideal electronic configuration is argon 3d4 4s2. As we can see that the 3d4 is nearest to the half-filled electronic configuration, there is a transfer of electron from 4s to 3d orbital and it gives argon 3d5 4s1. So in order to acquire higher stability by achieving the half-filled electronic configuration, there is a transfer of electron from 4s orbital to 3d orbital. That is how chromium has a stable electronic configuration and hence its observed electronic configuration is different than that of ideal electronic configuration. Similar trend is observed in the case of copper, where the ideal electronic configuration is argon 3d9 4s2, but in order to achieve higher stability, that is full-filled electronic configuration, there is a transfer of electron from 4s orbital to 3d orbital, and that is how it has observed electronic configuration as argon 3d10 4s1. That is how the observed electronic configuration for chromium and copper is different than that of ideal electronic configuration. If you like my video, click on like, do share and subscribe my channel. If you want to say something, mention it in the comment box. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification about my new videos. Till that, keep watching Basic Chemistry. Thank you.